security alert.
What should we click on?
Can I say? Magic. All right, once you get into Google Classroom, so Oedipus is staring at you with his bloody eyes, don't worry about the things that are at the top of the stream because that's going to change on a day-to-day basis. But scroll down and go to the left side where those topics are, which will be right over there. And it says number 6 weekly syllabus. Go right below it to SA submissions, and then you'll get a link up there for turn it in. And then also you'll see NoodleBib and stuff like that. So you're going to essay submissions from Google Classroom.
What was the code for it?
For what?
I'll log in the wrong one.
Yeah,
What do you mean code?
what's the login?
Because you're already, everyone is in. So when you're signing in, you would want to make sure you're signing in using the newer email address. So your McDonough T20.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in.
Not
Yeah, so you're not doing NS20 or anything like that. So when you're signing in for your Gmail account, make sure you would be going last name, first initial 20, just like you did to log on to the computer. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm shouting in your ear.
So,
And then your password would be NHSD 2017 if you haven't used it before. Add students.
You saw it too, right?
Yep. So hit next. And it should be NHSD 2017. Okay. So Slate Z20, add students. You still have to do add students.nhsd.net. You're okay. Did you get it, Tom? Tyler, good job. Proud of you. You guys are good? Okay.
I am. Oh, there's only one Google Classroom. It's you.
It's the only one you need. Just me. All right, so from Google Classroom then, if you just got in there, where it says topics over here on the side, you're going down to the bottom one that says essay submissions. All right, from essay submissions then, the first thing there says turnitin.com. So there's the little picture of the link, and then Turnitin, technology to improve student writing. You're going to click on Turnitin, which is going to take you now to this page. Some of you might have created an account before for 9th grade. Some of you may have not. Whether you have an existing one, I still want you to create a new account. So next to the little search bar, it's going to go create account. That's the link that you are going to hit. Don't worry about what mine kind of says up at the top. For your email address, what email address do I want you to use? Student Gmail, the one that you just used. Now, the main thing, you're wasting your time if you're putting in your email address already. Oh, now they all look at me. Down below, you see where it says create new account, and then it has student, instructor, teaching assistant. You're going to hit that first link, student. Oh,
I'm mad.
Mr. Kane, especially when you have a long last name,
I know.
that gets to be a little bit of a pain. So it's going to ask you for what is the class ID. I'm going to type it in for you, and then we'll zoom in so you can see it. But it is 1584045. So 1584045. Class enrollment key, NHSD, NHSD, all lowercase twice. So class ID 158404555, class enrollment NHSD, NHSD, And then the other, your first name, last name, that's obviously all you. And then your email address would be your student Gmail. I'll come back to this page, but if something weird ever happens that you need to re-enroll where we were just at for essay submissions, I have a Turnitin English 10 document that has that number and code on it. So you can still access that stuff from Google Classroom. I can't imagine why you would have to, but just in case something happens, you'd be able to. Then enter your password and all that stuff. I would keep it the same password as what you're using for everything else, just for simplicity's sake. And then at the end, you have to check that you are not a robot, and then you will agree and create a profile.
Do we have to do a secret question?
I don't know if it makes you do it or not. I mean, I want to know what song did you have your first slow dance to?
I don't even know. So,
Oh, I know.
First superhero that you dressed up as? I'm thinking Captain Underpants.
no.
No? Okay.
It's Jam the Sam.
Oh, good call.
That,
I don't know if it makes you do it or not. Generally, like if you forget password, they'll just send you a reset thing to your email address. I don't know if they make you answer that question first. If you are a robot, I still check off that you're not. So Jillian is in the system, Nick's in the system, Adam, we have you. Yay.
oh my
No.
god. Make me do it.
I hate this.
What is this?
Yeah, BB. Oh, I'm not. What's our password?
Something that you're going to, I would keep it the same thing as what you're using to for your student Gmail, what you're using to get on the computer. I think you keep it all consistent. That's probably better.
See card. Blue.
What's that card?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, not a robot.
Luke, you're the only one who did not use capital letters for your name.
Really?
Come on now.
No, I didn't. You can edit it.
Oh, no, you didn't. All right, well, at least he's not the only one now. Okay, now your login and all, or your screen is going to certainly look different than mine. You're not going to see everyone who's there and all that kind of stuff. I think on your screen it then says like English 10 and then has my name next to it. If you click on English 10, you should then see Oedipus Rex essay. And I'm actually just going to look over your Angelina's eyes or screen here. What's going to happen? You see where there's like a submit button and whatnot. You're not going to submit yet. Clearly, you haven't written an essay. But throughout most of the year, I don't want to say never, just in case, but for the most part, you are not going to give me paper copies of your essays. You're going to submit them through Turnitin.com. The one thing it does, and those of you who may have used it before, it's a plagiarism checker, so it makes sure that you're not copying and pasting your essay. Honestly, I'm not worried about that because you're writing your essay in here, I'm making corrections to it or helping you out, I know what you're drafting and all that stuff's going to be. The main reason why I use it, for me, it's depressing to get a stack of 25 papers or study guides and whatnot. It's easier for me to grade your essays through here. So in Turnitin.com, I'll have a rubric attached to it. I can embed comments and all that stuff. It also saves you time and aggravation of needing to print out an essay at home if the printer's not working. You don't have to worry about getting a pass to the library and all that kind of stuff. If you're coming from Beatty and you don't have a chance to go to the library before class, it's just submitted online. You don't have to worry about it. Turnitin talks with Google Docs, so you will just submit basically your Google document. You don't have to worry about anything with file conversion and all that kind of stuff. So whenever we talk about submitting your essay, I don't mean that Ben needs to give me a paper copy of his essay. It simply means you submit your essay. The other thing that you submitted online. The other thing that might be helpful for you, your essay is going to be due on Tuesday, October the 3rd. So that's not this Tuesday coming up because you're still going to be working on it, but it's going to be the following Tuesday. Since you submitted online, you don't need to turn it into me at 10:34, I think is when class starts. As long as you submit it by Tuesday night before midnight, by 11:59 p.m., your essay is on time. So if you have a study hall 9th period and you need to finish things up and you want to submit it then in the library, you can. If you want to submit, we have the laptops in here and you're ready to go in class, you can submit then. You can certainly submit early. You need to wait till you get home to get access to computer, you can certainly submit then. So as long as it gets turned in at some point on October the 3rd, you are in good shape. You're not giving me a paper copy of anything. Answered question? Okay. And all your rough drafts and all that kind of stuff are going to be going through Google Docs. If some weird thing happens, where the website's not working for you, and always, again, you have the link through Google Classroom, you could email me like you're already shared with me, but you could send me an email that, hey, my paper's done, I was just having issues with Turnitin.com, and would still be okay. But, in theory, you could do it through a phone, tablet, doesn't necessarily have to be computer. Anyone not able to get into then the page then which shows English 10 and all that kind of stuff? Okay. All right. That's all we're doing for Turnitin.com right now, so you can close out that window. It should take you back to essay submissions. So from Google Classroom in the essay submission, now we're going down to where it says Noodle Tools, and again, click on whether it be the picture or the link here for Noodle Tools. For login, now pay attention to this one. Your login is different from the normal computer login. This is using still last year's old stuff. So it would be, for your sign-in, up here at the top, it would be the first 4 digits of your last name, or 4 letters or digits. First 4 letters, or all 3 letters if you don't have 4 in your last name. Then it would be first 3 letters of your first name, and then it should be 20, your graduation year. So it's how you logged onto the computers last year. So first 4 of last name. So George, I'm just going to use you as an example since I'm looking at you. So PARKGEO, and then it should be 20. And then your password, as long as you haven't changed it, is NHSD, all lowercase, just like we did for Turnitin.com. And then you would hit sign in. Now, it's probably going to ask for another username and password shortly thereafter. We'll get to that one in a moment. You're okay. If it says revalidate personal folder, you're still okay. Don't worry about putting anything in. It's going to be created. Okay, so you NHSD, I wasn't sure if we would have to. Okay. It won't be a huge deal for now. We'll be able to take care of it. It's possible that you change your password. So. And then.
Sure did.
67? Oh, 30. Not 30.
Next to next one.
Alright, we'll figure it
I
out.
know.
You're okay. Yeah, you will. But it's a different username and password.
I was gonna say.
No, it's first 4. Your last name.
I swear.
Yeah, not last 4. I think same. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but there's something.
I can see that fall. That's all.
so you're okay. Don't do anything yet.
Did
you get it?
messed up.
You're okay. You're okay.
Grab your body.
Grab the laptop. Doesn't matter. You're okay. No, you are. So you're good. Tommy, you good?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't even know why.
Alright, if it's asking you now for revalidate your folder, okay, and it says like Northville School District up at the top, for both blanks, username and password, NHLIB, as in Northville's library, NHLIB, and then NHLIB again. So NHLIB, NHLIB. So Melissa, we couldn't get you in. Luke, you couldn't get in. Ben, you couldn't get in. Zach. Anybody else not get in? This is NHLIB too. So both things will say NHLIB.
He wasn't saying this. Great.
And then it's just going to ask you like what year you're graduating, updating phone number and all that stuff. All this means is you haven't used it in a while. You haven't used NoodleBib in a while, so it's just making sure you are who you are. And then yeah, you just hit save profile. For both NHLIB, NHLIB.
Wait, where's that under?
And then say revalidate. Is that what it was doing? Yeah, that's fine. No, sorry, you're good. So yeah, try to log back in again. Yeah. I'm thinking it might have just timed out. Yep, sign in. There you go. Good.
I just don't know what type of beef they have.
Wait, where'd you put the LIB?
NHLIB goes in both blanks.
So
So both the username and the password. So NHLIB, NHLIB. Yep. It automatically puts that in since that's how you kind of log in.
I'll put 30 on.
Ben, you can just kind of override this. You're going on. Yep. I'll just hit save profile. Validate. And just save profile. Alright, now, pay attention here. Not counting Ben, not counting Luke, not counting Melissa. Everyone at least now in the NoodleBib. Okay. So, what, let me sign in so we can look at the same thing. Once you get in here, then you are going to create a new project. I'll actually delete mine so that we can go through the same process here. But you are going to hit the green button, new project, and just call it Oedipus Rex. You're going to hit the first option, MLA, and then you're going to hit the last option, Advanced. So Oedipus Rex, if you want to call it O-Rex, that's fine, but MLA and then Advanced.
And submit.
And then you'll hit Submit.
Great.
Do you always say everything out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell Oedipus though.
That's why you were Creon.
OEDIPUS.
Yep.
Maybe I did.
And then it's going to take you here to this page. From here, where you see project details and all that stuff, up at the top, you're going to go to Sources. What we're doing is creating your Works Cited page for your essay. One of the things that you need to have on your essay is your Works Cited page. This way, unless we're having problems getting you in, which we'll get this figured out as soon as we can, your essay is already going to be taken care of. So what you're doing is you are going to Sources, and then we are going to create a new source. Now, your source was a packet. but it actually came from books. So you got a photocopy packet, but what we can do is create a new citation. So again, this little green button. And up here at the top, we're actually going to go with the third option. So print or in hand. Where is it? It's print. And it is the first gray option, anthology or collection. Okay, so it'll be the only one that all of us will use. The only other way that you'd be citing something else would be if you used like a famous quote as an attention grabber or something like that you got from like a brainy quote or whatnot. But that's not something that you have to do. So for most of us, yes, this will be the only one. All right, now rather than putting all this stuff in, you see where it says there's quick cite, copy and paste the citation, import ISBN. I'm going to give you an ISBN number. I don't think we need the dashes. It's been a while since I've done this, so we're just going to follow along with the number I'm telling you, and we'll have it up here on the screen. So you see where underneath anthology and collection, it says import ISBN, and then there's a search bar. This is where we're going to be typing in the number. So it is 0, I'm going to go dash 03 dash 05 1409-6.
So don't do dashes.
Put them in. I want to see it. Try it with the dashes first. Just because it's easier for us to see it. And then what we would do is hit search.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. I want to make sure it works. Yep.
Switch.
So you can do dashes or no dash. George, number is right up here.
World cat.
003 05 14 096. And then once you hit search, you'll see this world literature where it says view in WorldCat. I'm not worried about viewing it in WorldCat, but you do have to click on the title and it kind of gets that little green background to it. And then Adam will be there in a moment. And then you're just going to hit import selected source. And it should look something like this.
It just says no matches found.
I'll just read the number one more time, so double check that you're good with it, okay? 0 03.
Wait, 2 0?
So yeah, 003 05 14.
It didn't work.
Do we have to continue? I got it.
Okay, 096.
And then you click on the whole chat.
Yep. Well, click on the where it says world literature and then hit import selected source.
Then continue.
And then once you get to this screen, you just hit continue.
Oh. What
It
the
didn't
heck?
work for me. Susan Whitting.
Yep.
Continue.
You get to continue then after, so you go import selected source and then you would go continue. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
I didn't know if it worked.
Okay, yours is there.
Whoa.
So yeah, you're okay. You all right?
You got it.
So you're just gonna hit continue. Yep, you're where you need to. Like, or did you get? Oh, okay, the number didn't go. 0. Or I forget after that. Isabella 096. And then hit search. You getting it? So you'll click on the title, kind of turns green, hit use selected source, and then you get the continue option.
Hey. I got it.
Isabella, you okay? Yeah. Okay. All right, now, we do still have to put in a couple things here. So we're here where it says print. For roll, we need to put in an author. Then we need to put in our author. Sophocles. You can just go last name. Advantage of being Greek is you only get one name. So, author, I'm switching my role, putting it in as author. I'm putting in a last name, Sophocles.
Wait, that goes in the.
Say it again.
Putting in last name,
Spell it again.
Sophocles.
I knew it.
And then title of specific work. This is when we're going to put in Oedipus Rex. So we have Sophocles put in Oedipus Rex, and then when you scroll down, there are pages of the work in the anthology, and I forget what they are. .307 to 367. So start 307, end 367. So we only put in 4 things. We put in our author, Sophocles. We put in title of the work, Oedipus Rex. And then we put in page numbers 307 to 367. And then we are simply hitting submit.
Right here, where it says start. So go down.
That was the.
Okay, go up. I mean, go up. Right. Ah, dang it, man. Hey.
Okay, you're back. So author, Sophocles, Oedipus Rex. You're okay. So then when you're done, it should look like this.
Alright.
Now, what we're going to do, yeah, we should still have time for this. You have at the top the create new citation, copy, delete. There's print, export. You are going to export to Google Docs. Ben, question, or you're just holding your hand? Okay. So you're going to export to Google Docs, and then it's going to ask you to sign in. I don't know if it already has you loaded on there or not, but make sure you're going with your school account.
Are we supposed to go?
So you're going to print, export, export to Google Docs. Should take it to sign in, and then it should create a works cited page like that.
Google Docs.
After you've put in the author and all that stuff,
Why did
you mean, Logan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, are you at this screen up here? So you would hit submit down at the bottom then.
I put in the author and then I put in the stage number.
Okay. What you would want to do then is it'll say sources for Oedipus Rex. You can just leave that. That means that it is saved at that point, and then that'll give us a place to pick up tomorrow.
It says please use the drop down menu to select a role from each contributor.
So you would have to put author for Sophocles. Once you've done that, you can sign off and we'll be good for tomorrow.
Right there. That wouldn't make any sense.
Then it's very bottom.
We don't put it right there.
You know, like a good
Google Docs.
See, now you're back.
say it or something.
I did.
You're good.
I-
So that just means it's you probably won't update it. Even if we get the password, we won't worry about it for tomorrow. It's something that you and me can do in a couple minutes once we get the essay going. It's not going to keep you from getting done what we need to do. Just go Control Delete. And just hit sign up. Someone it must have been that same computer. Someone else said that one time before.
I lost mine.
Then we'll get it's not going to keep you from doing anything tomorrow. So we'll get updates tomorrow, but it'll, I don't know if we'll have your thing ready for tomorrow. That won't keep you from so we'll get it updated.
FYI.
I'll see you. If I should be right here, but if the door will still be open, I'll be back. I'm not disappearing or going anywhere.